Bros and shows. I gotta have me my bros and shows. Bros and shows. Bros and shows. I gotta have me my bros and shows.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the conclusion of our Valley finale recap. I'm your co-host, Steele Russell, joined as always by the one and only two-part Magoots. What's up, dude?
Valley finale just rolls off the tongue.
Doesn't it?
There's no reason to dilly-dally. Let's just get ourselves in there.
Get into this. Let's get to Benji and Zach for a lovely little dinner at Norma. You know, cheers to life in LA. And I thought Benji was great. I was impressed by Benji because he's had a couple of lines here and there, but this was like a real scene.
Yeah, his divorce is going through on Zach's birthday. What a birthday present that is to both of them. It's just lovely.
Yeah, and I thought that it was cool that Zach's able to sit there and have this conversation about his ex-husband, and to hear Benji say, you know, he was the one that wanted the divorce. I was still in love. It took like a year and a half to get over it. Zach's able to like sit there and listen to him instead of getting butthurt about the fact.
Yeah, I kind of figured he was going to be petty about that.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
He handled it great.
Let Benji go.
Yeah, and then he unveiled his Scrotox, which I guess was a present for Benji.
Yeah.
According to him. So lovely scene.
Still confused about that, but yeah.
Benji was too. He's like, why did you do that?
Yeah. Why?
And I am also, I'm confused about what happens. Because I thought, we talked about it, I thought it would tighten up.
Yeah.
But apparently
makes them go down.
Lower.
I don't know.
'Tis a mystery.
Yeah, I just
go do that too and let us know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand.
Can you do that all in one visit?
Get my sperm count and then also
get a Scrotox? Two birds with one. I'll chip in if that's the case.
Start wearing like loose fitting pants and stuff.
Yeah.
It just seems uncomfortable.
Loose fitting pants?
Yeah. No. Having your balls hang.
Oh,
really low. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we're older, we'll never mind. Let's get to Janet, Sheena, Brock, and Jason for a scene that I don't give a fuck about.
No.
And thank God it's really quick because we're about to get to the Zen party. I just had to write it down just because this group of morons sitting around planning for this party and talking about, you know, Janet can't be hammered around these people or she's going to yell. And Brock's like, are you going to let others like, that's British, I'm aware. He's going to sit there and try to give some speech about you can't let others dictate your life. It's like, you don't get to talk about life advice.
You're such a nothing, just such a nobody that it doesn't matter. And this scene, it was just so stupid. And then, of course, Jason comes out and he's like, I'm bringing tequila just in case. Like,
cool, dude.
What, dude.
Go back in the, go away.
Well, I understand there's an open bar. Like, what is this?
I got the tequila.
God, it's so stupid.
Loser.
It's also more like, and I love how they miss so badly on it. I can't, if you're Janet, you can't get too drunk or else you're going to yell around these people. If you get too drunk, they're going to call the kettle black. Like,
correct.
Here you go. You can't be doing this while you're hammered again.
Exactly.
This early in the day, as Nia pointed out a couple of weeks ago. So, no.
Great move. But let's get to the Zen party at Yamashiro. And Michelle reminds us that her mom is very sick. And we got a little clip, I guess, her first round of chemo did not work. So if you lump it all together, and I think it's easy to gloss over and miss, like she has had a fucked up year. It's been a really shitty year. So I empathize, and I think she's handled herself well given all of the circumstances that she's going through. But anytime that you name a party, a Zen party, on a Bravo show, you know it's going to go ass backwards.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to end well.
Also, they probably told her, like, hey, this is going to be the big event at the end of the season. Maybe just do a party.
Yeah. You know, bounce houses or something.
Yeah.
You know, safe.
Because I don't think Michelle would do this intentionally. Like, oh, it's going to be ironic.
I don't think so. I think that she went into it like...
They always do, right?
Yeah, everybody that plans
always
them,
thinks that.
I'm going to have the party that actually brings people together.
Yeah.
It never worked. We saw it. Atlanta at Jab Jab was the closest successful trip that we saw.
Yeah.
Where they seemed to come together.
They actually had fun.
Yeah.
This was more like, here's your gift bag.
Sweet moment in the beginning.
Sweet. Was it? I didn't really care.
I thought, well, yeah, you're on Jax's team there. I don't believe in this shit.
No, it wasn't even that. The funny thing about that is if people use crystals and you have a better life and you feel like you want to go ahead and give credit to the crystals, go right ahead. Who am I to stop you?
That's nice.
It's not like astrology where it's like, you're a real piece of shit. Oh, it's because you were born in August.
It's like, because Mars is in the fourth moon of the dingle phase.
It's literally, it's Jax going to rehab. Yeah. Like, I can't help it. I've got an anger problem. I can't help it. I was born in August.
Can't help that Virgo and Sagittarius are in the seventh moon.
That's actually what I should start doing. I should look at all the bad things about my astrology sign
and blame it on that.
And then just be like, what do you want me to do? I was born in February. I just can't help it. I've gone to therapy. I've gone to this. I've taken medication. The moon. It's fucking me.
I'm going to buy you
Jupiter.
crystals.
It's fucking me in the ass.
Jesus,
Jupiter. Yeah, the biggest planet there is.
Yeah, fuck you, Jupiter. But she gives speeches to everybody, or gives speech to everybody, and everyone's got their own crystal with a little note in it. And I like the sentiment of if Jesse and I can get along, then anybody can get along. That's when you get Jax chiming. I don't believe in this shit. The fact that he says, I don't believe in stars. I understand what he's alluding to. I could believe that he truly doesn't believe in stars. Like
I'm going to take that for face value. I don't think he believes in stars.
No, he's probably believes in like the firmament and those idiots that believe that there's holes in the ceiling.
Yeah, he thinks he's on the Truman Show, probably.
Yeah, honestly, that actually would
might track.
A lot.
Yeah, that might track.
He thinks that he's always on camera.
There's main character energy, and then there's main character syndrome.
There's Truman Show. That's a syndrome. That was labeled that after the Truman Show.
Yeah,
like people actually.
A lot of people saw that, and they're like, "There's simulations, and then there's whatever the hell I'm doing."
Truman Show.
Truman Show.
Jaxman Show. But anyway, dear Jax, your strength is inspiring. Was baffling, just fucking baffling, and
who's inspired?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. And immediately after that, Luke, which I didn't love this move, but whatever. He's like, you want to get a shot? Jack's like, yeah, I haven't drank in an hour. Great. Mm-hmm. Time for a shot. I haven't been to rehab in a week. Yeah. I'm good.
Ask literally anybody else on the cast.
I know. That was tough.
Yeah.
But Jax and Brittany, Jax pulls her aside to have a conversation. I knew this wasn't going to go well, but...
Why? He said it wasn't going to be an argument.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You're supposed to believe everything he says. I mean, I know Jason does, but...
He left his anger at home.
He sure didn't. He sure didn't do that. And as he's talking to Brittany, he's like, I know what he's doing. He's like, I showed the dudes the place, and like they all thought it was great. And what do you think about a universal camera? It's like, that's the bare minimum, sir. The bare minimum's a universal camera.
My brain immediately went to... He thinks that he can hack into it somehow. Mm-hmm. Like, just put it on your account, that way you can access it, and then he's going to figure out a way to like hardwire into it so he can see her cameras.
The ring technician.
Even though he says, and we should believe him, he doesn't care what she does. I don't care what you're doing. You do.
You care more than anything.
It's a ploy. You're trying to get into her system again.
But it's also, he doesn't care because he wants to get back together. He doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Correct.
His ego doesn't want to, quote unquote, lose this divorce. And the fact that he's still trying to pull at the sympathy card, he's like, you did this divorce thing while I was in rehab. You never gave me a chance. It's like, even if she had waited, you got out and were the same exact person as when you went into this facility. And I'm not calling it rehab anymore.
It's also very funny, too, because he already had the townhouse before he got out of rehab.
Yep.
So you were already planning on, moving out, doing all of those things. Did you ever, and you've never said this, so if you really want to keep this facade up, you should have probably slipped in I got a really nice townhouse. We downsize a little bit. It's near Schwartz, so he can help out with crews whenever. It makes a lot of sense for us to maybe downsize and come in here when we're ready. If you had said something like that, then at least you could have something to reference. You got this townhouse before she even divorced you and said, you never gave me a chance.
Yep.
You never gave the marriage a chance by coming out and being a different person.
Correct.
You could have put on a whole song or dog and pony show and tried to do something and acted like you gave a shit about the marriage for at least a month after rehab, said you were a different person just to see what Brittany does and try to manipulate her. Instead, you didn't do any of those things, and now you're like, what the hell?
What happened?
You didn't do anything.
Blindsided, our favorite word. I got blindsided by this whole thing. And I'm glad that we get an answer, because I figured we would, about the text messages, about the flowers at the house and everything. He's like, you're calling me every name in the book. The next day, you're texting me pictures of flowers. You're talking blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, dickhead. I was pissed off that you're trying to gaslight me about this house, and honestly trying to gaslight women in general by saying they apparently can't own 4-bedroom homes with yards because they're women. So she's showing you the backyard, being like, hey, look, house is still in order. You're not here. I can handle myself. And he's like, no, I mean, and this is so fucking funny, bro. I meant financially. You're going to see. She's been paying everything for the entirety of owning the home, apparently, because you can't pay your taxes. You didn't pay the mortgage. You are a scum person that can't do anything that you need to do to take care of your family. Not only that, but then you kick them down a hole because you buy a condo and leave her with a $17,000 a month mortgage, which is shocking that she can pay that just because it's such an exorbitant amount of money. And you leave her with that while you go and rent your own place.
I just love that Brittany's come to this stage of whatever the hell they're going through, where we watched her finally put her foot down, still crying that she's packing up all of Jax's stuff. Now she's being petty.
Yep, love that.
She has moved very quickly, and I love
Ring
it.
the bell.
Yeah.
Love to see it. And he keeps trying to pull at her heartstrings. And, you know, he's like, I went in and, like, I thought that like, you'd give me a chance when I got out. She's like, you rage texted me the entire time. He's like, no, 2 weeks. She's like, yeah, because I blocked you for the other 2 weeks, dumbass. And then I had the best week of my life, the best 2 weeks of my life. I went out with my friends. I had fun. He's like, yeah, you hooked up with guys. Maybe she did.
Maybe she did.
None of your business.
Yep.
We know you hooked up with girls because she saw them on the camera. So this double standard that you're trying to hold her to is ridiculous. And the real Jax comes out in the end, as we knew he would. So you're going to sign the papers? I'm going to wait till the very last day. Why? Because.
There you go.
Because I'm a little bitch boy with tiny penis energy, and I am a raging alcoholic, and I love cocaine still.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Pretty much. That's what I heard, too.
Okay, cool.
He knew he lost.
Yeah.
Let's throw one little jab in there.
Yep.
I hold all the power. I can do this.
No, you don't hold shit.
And I guarantee you, by the way, he's going to wait till the very last day and then probably file incorrectly. Start the whole process over again.
Yep, 100%. Oh, we're almost through it. Almost. But Janet and Nia, Janet is very aware, extraordinarily aware that this is the last episode of the season. Trying to do damage control late. Hey, Nia, I know things aren't great, but like if you do ever want to talk about it, and like I hate the tone.
Yeah.
The tone always pisses me off because she's trying to put it on Nia.
Yeah.
She's trying to say when you're ready.
I think that she was talking, like, I guess context-wise, she was talking about them being friends. I got, if you ever want to talk about Danny being a drunk, come talk to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was pulling through. I was reading through the lines.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was kind of
like if you ever want to talk about what you're going through and all the stuff that you're dealing with.
I'm here.
Come talk to me. Not our friendship. I fail to realize that Janet is actually putting a potential friendship up first.
No,
she's still being petty and she's still trying to drive whatever the fuck she's trying to do with Danny.
I think there's something there.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that, but I think you might be onto something. But at the very least, in a confessional, she's like, you know, I at least owe her like an apology. I know I caused her pain, and Nia's not having it. She's like, you know, I think just like space and a breather. And then in confessional, she's like, I don't need a breather. I'm not talking to this person ever again because she's a piece of shit. And it comes back to the SA statement, which is unforgivable. And the context of it, once again, the parties involved are moving forward. So for her to hang on to this whole thing is brutal. And she gives a half-ass, well, just know, like, I'm here. Cheers. Haha. Please help me come back to the show next year. Yeah. Like, I really want to come back.
Ultra aware of the finale.
Ridiculous. Let's talk about Doute, Jesse, and Luke. And, you know, Jesse, this I believed.
Yeah.
I did believe him in this scene. And, you know, he's working through all this shit. Now, as far as him bringing up his finances, stop buying 5,000 pedals and stop doing stupid shit with your money. Stop booking. I know that the cast or the crew probably paid for the trip to the winery or whatever and staying there. But like,
maybe stop going to the chateau for a little bit.
Yeah, you know,
it's like an expensive place.
Things like that. If you're worried about losing your home, custody, and your beanie, like rein it in. Yeah, just rein it in a little bit. Stop keeping up with the Joneses. I don't know. Might be a good way to do it. But he's working through it in his own way, and I'm curious. I'm very curious how he's going to be next season. Yeah. Because he's going to have a lot of time, not a lot, but there's time in between filming. Given where they're leaving things, I'm just curious to see when we pick cameras back up.
Maybe him and Michelle will get back together.
It's so funny. I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah. Aaron's gone out of the picture.
See you, honey.
Let's just try. That's all next season's going to be.
Honey,
them trying to date again.
I'm here for it.
Them entertaining the idea. We shouldn't be here for that.
No, she doesn't need to go back to that.
No, he doesn't need to go back to that.
What?
What? That's what we were saying, right?
Let's talk about Danny and Nia. Danny's drinking water. This is the moment. This is when I got irate. I was so pissed off. He's drinking water. Cut to Jax. I'm tired of his bullshit games. And Jason's eating it up. He's eating up every single word. And I figured it out. Jason's got a man crush on Jax.
Yeah.
100%.
That's got to be what it is. Also, let's just look at this for 1 second as normal people.
Okay.
Somebody has a problem drinking and they haven't been drinking for 3 weeks and they're drinking water in front of you. Are you going to get mad about that?
No, I'm going to say, hey, man, I'm glad that you, good for
job.
you. Nice job. Keep it up.
Yeah.
You know, pat on the back, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
hey, you look great.
Hey, you look great. Are you happier?
Yeah.
You feel better?
You seem better.
Maybe even, maybe it's a little too far. If you ever need somebody to talk to,
I'm here.
I just went to a facility and I can get you in touch with them.
Yeah.
If you ever feel like you're losing control, might be overstepping, but
Don't want to overstep.
Talk to me if you want to.
Yeah,
that might work.
We can just chat about
That
it.
at least might come across as it's going to come across as disingenuous because it's Jax, but you know, it might make you feel a little bit better.
Perhaps.
You might try to take a step in the right direction of potentially being a good friend.
Sure.
I don't know.
All of that
Spitball in here.
That makes sense to me as a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd maybe try that route. You know what you shouldn't do? Here's what you shouldn't do.
What's that?
Compare him to serial killers.
Yeah, no, that'd be tough.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty look, especially as somebody that just got out of a treatment center. You would know how to handle these things a little bit better. Let's not compare him to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Everybody knows that Dahmer and Ted Bundy were
Great dudes.
full-blown alcoholics.
Yeah, and they were great dudes when they weren't drunk.
I haven't heard that once. I think.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, Dahmer was a full-blown alcoholic.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard that.
Those serial killers are
I
fascinating.
just assumed that they were drunk on power.
No.
They're
Dahmer was a
serial
like raging alcoholic. Yeah, that's where he used to meet his victims. He'd go to gay bars in Ohio and pick up gentlemen,
watch that
take
show
them
with,
back. Oh, dude,
what's his name?
it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. If you're into like the serial,
They went
killer
through.
thing,
Everybody went through a phase of like, we're gonna not glorify, but like we're gonna
it was
we're gonna
glorified.
put somebody really hot like Evan Peters in a Dahmer role.
He was great in it though.
Yeah.
He was great, and it's interesting. Like his,
Kind of happy they got away from that though.
Me
Let's
too.
Stop doing the dramatization shit.
yeah, we don't need to
killers.
glorify serial killers. It is fascinating to me.
Already enough people like writing letters to them in jail, being like, "I love you."
wild. It's so crazy to me. Like Charles Manson had like 10 wives on the outside.
Weirdos.
Crazy. But I will say, Evan Peters, it was really interesting after filming Dahmer.
Yeah, he was a little fucked up.
Yeah, because he's phenomenal in it. But you actually believe that he's like a little fucked up.
Yeah,
And he had like a really hard time coming back to reality after portraying
I
him.
get that.
So give that a watch, guys. It's actually a fantastic show. But you know who's not Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted
that?
Bundy? Is Danny.
Yeah,
Danny's a nice
even as a
guy.
voiceover.
No, he couldn't do
probably
the voiceover.
Yeah, I don't think he could.
No, I wouldn't buy it. I've heard a zombie impression. It's pretty solid. That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And even Jesse is now at this point where he's like, he's got this weird chip on his shoulder about Danny. I'm not really sure what the fuck it is. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Again, he found somebody project his insecurities and his alcoholism on, and he picked Danny because other people are gunning for Danny. This was the last straw with Aaron. Why are you commenting on it? Danny's a sweet guy. Fuck off. You're not part of the group.
Yep.
We don't care about what you have to say. Go over there with your weird eyes and leave us all alone. I'm glad that you guys broke up. so I
Aaron
don't have
was
to
like
see you
even a little excited that Jax was getting activated about
I
it.
know.
It's like, what is going on?
Who are
I
you?
don't really get it. Like, I understand when Jesse finally hits that point and he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's more of a, he's probably actually friends with Jax and actually likes Jax, understands that he's got problems. If he can't even wrap his head around this, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
You don't need the honey guy to step in and be like, yeah, you're right. Well, that's Jason's voice, but okay, let's get to it. This is the one. This is where my my anger meter was off the charts.
You do have an anger problem.
Don't gaslight me right now. Danny and Jax, sup? You tell me. Fuck you. Like immediately. If that was in his shoes, I would say fuck you to his face. And Danny handled it well, I actually.
Yeah, he left enough.
You know, like I thought that it could have went a lot worse, but Danny brings up the fact that he hasn't been invited to dude's night, and you know the reasoning behind that is, oh, you're probably out getting drunk somewhere. And he's like, look, man, look, let me just tell you're a terrible drunk. You're a terrible drunk. Danny laughs, rightfully so. He's like, what are you talking about? He goes, you don't have a fucking leg to stand. I'm not a terrible drunk. I have an anger problem. I have no issue.
I don't have a leg to stand on. Went to a facility.
I went to a fucking facility, bro. Again, and I'm so glad it's the last time I have to say this.
Yeah. Well, we've got the reunion.
We do have
parts
the
of it,
reunion. We have the reunion, but it is so proof positive that he is not at all changed and is the same person that he went in, because everything that he says is counterintuitive to what people in recovery say. We don't speak in absolutes. We always say things like, I hope I never drink again, but I'm not dumb enough to assume that I will make it through the rest of my life without having a drink. I have to work at it, and hopefully I'm able to continue the road that I've been on. He speaks in absolutes, and at the worst part of it is that he's putting it on other people. As you talked about earlier, there is a type of person that gets out of rehab, and now they are the utmost expert on it, and they try to diagnose everybody they know. That is the most incorrect way to do it. The way to do it is if people come to you because of your experiences, you talk to them, but you don't go over to people and go, you have a problem.
Yep.
But he found somebody to take all of his issues out on in Danny, who's getting the shit beat out of him this season. And he goes in and in and in. He brings up that he goes to his bar and he's touching women multiple times. It's once, bro. And we know it's once. And he's talked to the people afflicted about it. This false narrative of Jax being this fixed person, and the fact that the fucking producers on this show allowed for him to go down this road the entire season unabated by trying to help him out with the background music being sentimental and trying to show Jason helping him out when all he's doing is enabling and making him worse, as somebody in recovery, pisses me off so fucking much. And I don't hate a lot of people, like genuinely hate people. I fucking hate Jax Taylor. I would love, and I hope this gets out there, I've said it before, I would love if him and I could have an exhibition boxing match, and we can donate shit to charity. We can do a charity event. So if you deny it now, you're denying charities, Jax. Let's box, and I'll knock your fucking teeth in, and then maybe, just maybe for a split second, you'll have a come to Jesus moment and be like, wow, I am a gigantic piece of shit. Probably not, but I'll feel a lot better. And again, I would never hit anybody, but if it's an exhibition boxing match and it's sanctioned, bring it on, motherfucker. Let's do this. Like, that's the point that I'm at with this guy. And thank God Nia comes over and she's trying to defend Danny. Then he goes into this fairy tale bullshit. You guys live this fairy tale life. And it's like, nothing that he said has ever come out of Danny or Nia's mouth. No. They've never claimed perfection. No. They've never claimed that they're protected. They never claimed any of these things.
No, I love the way that Nia did it too, because she matched Danny's energy. Obviously, Danny gets ticked off at the end, which is fine. I don't think he did anything wrong, by the way.
He has the right to it.
Yeah, he gets pissed off, and he's like, I've been dealing with it. And he has. He's been dealing with it the entire season. But I love Nia stepping in, immediately pointing the finger back in Jax's face. What are you talking about him being drunk at your bar before? I almost hit you with the car because you were stumbling in the middle of the road. Well, I've never stumbled in the middle of the road. That's just bullshit. Everything you're saying about Danny is bullshit.
Yes.
So why is it now okay? Or you can deny that.
It's about him.
Danny's not allowed to deny anything. And I love that Danny just kind of takes the approach of, am I going to be able to talk in this conversation? Is this going to be one-sided? No, I'm going to talk first. I'm going to get this all out first. No, absolutely not. Like, whatever. Then there's no point in having the conversation. Everybody just gets up in arms. Finally, you get somebody like Jesse coming over and like pulling Jax away. Like, what the fuck is this? Doute comes over. It's got everybody's attention. It's too much. Everybody knows what's going on. Brittany's not getting involved, but that's okay. Brittany doesn't have to get involved. Flash to Jenna and Jason. Should we get involved? Absolutely not. We've got player number one over there doing our dirty work.
Exactly.
We don't have to get involved.
Is this where the theory started to?
Yeah, we've been peddling this the whole season. Now Jax is out of rehab. Let him go do that. Let him go to bat. It'll get enough eyes on it, and then people can understand where we are. No, that's not gonna work.
No, and I'm glad that Danny takes some shots, not actual alcohol shots, but he takes some shots at Jax, and he goes, he's sleeping with his staff. Fuck yeah, say that shit. Get it out there. And Nia, of course, because Nia's a nice person and doesn't want to go down that road, is like, Danny, like.
I love when she says, Danny, we're on camera. He's like, yeah, we're on camera right now, too. There's one right there. He points right at the camera.
Yeah. And
that's great.
I understand what Nia, and I respect their relationship and how they handle things, because you see Nia try to rein him in, and like things get heated every now and then, but they respect each other because they're actually a happy, functioning marriage, unlike anything else we see on the show, other than Doute and Luke.
Yeah.
Love them too. But for Jax to take the approach that he did, I'm glad that Danny outed him for sleeping with his staff members. He outs Brittany for knowing about it.
Yep.
Which I thought was a good shot to take as well.
Collateral damage. Throw it out there.
The response from Jax, I'll take a vodka soda. Mm-hmm. He's changed.
There you go.
He's changed.
That's all we needed to see.
He's definitely changed. And then Doute comes over, goes to bat for Danny. and says the most logical thing. You haven't been here
Yep.
to know what's going on. Danny doesn't have a problem. You need to go anywhere else and leave these two alone.
Yep.
Now, Danny and Nia, this was actually probably my favorite scene of the episode because it's the Zen party and you get a 4-split screen.
Yep.
Danny and Nia are getting into it because Nia doesn't want to get into the drama and Danny's fed up with Jax. You've got Michelle and Jesse. Now they're arguing.
Now they're arguing about the grandmom thing.
Which I'm on Michelle's side.
I am
I'm
too.
Michelle's side here because she's like, you haven't asked about her once. He's like, that's not my place. It's like,
You can.
if you even knew her.
You guys just had like a nice conversation yesterday. You could have ended it with like, how's your mom doing?
mom?
Yeah,
You know?
that would have been nice.
As a
Clearly,
woman-
you haven't talked about Isabella learning about death or anything.
Right.
Now you guys aren't. Nobody's zen. We're not zen there.
Because then you cut over to Sheena, and Sheena and Zach are now getting into it over the Jenna stuff, which we already know who's the culprit for that. It's Janet. We have all the evidence in the world. We've seen it.
I love that that's the one that we end up focusing in on too, because
know.
there's so much going on right now. And it's like, we got to know where Danny and Nia are. Danny he's fed up. He went through it the whole season.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Is Danny my favorite person on the cast? No, probably not. But I think he's a good dude.
Seems like a solid guy.
Any normal person who's been taking a beating over this shit for the entire season is going to hit a breaking point. And I love that he's not drunk for it.
And I love that his
Because
break.
nobody can easily just do low-hanging fruit. Oh, he's drunk Danny. There goes Dark Side Danny. He's out in Jax for sleeping with his staff, and Brittany knows about it. He's throwing shit around. It's not real. He's sober.
He's sober.
There's nothing you can say to this man because he's been through it, and now he's sober, still going through it. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. Great. Let's move on to what really matters. Where the fuck did this Jenna thing come from?
Yeah, what is this Jenna
Janet, get your ass over here.
And she wants no part of it.
Oh, she wants to leave.
She wants no part of it. And like, that's not how the show goes. You've thrown stones the entire season, Janet, and backed up by your lackey and Jason and Brittany. It's time for you to answer for these things in front of the group. And you have no issue calling out Doute in front of the entire table at El Coyote. But when the tables are turned, about the same topic, by the way, you can't answer for it. You can't get into it because you don't want to have your feet held to the fire. And nobody's letting up. What I will say about Danny before we get into the full Jenna thing, the best part about Danny's reactions, he's not overreacting. He's very he's raising his voice a little bit. He's irritated, but he's not screaming and yelling. He's just, you can tell this is a man that is fed up.
Yep.
He's done. So I loved how he handled it. But let's get into the Jenna stuff, right? Because Sheena, Doute, and Zach are now talking. And Sheena, like, why are you here to talk about this? You don't really matter in this scene. And like her chiming in every now and then, it's like, shush.
That's what Kristen does. We know Kristen's behind it. Shut up.
Stop.
Even if she was behind it, I don't want you saying it.
But she's not, and you weren't here either. So like that's another thing around. She's like, I'm hearing that I brought Jenna around to hurt Michelle, question mark. It's like, no, actually, you and Janet planned this whole thing because we have proof of that already. So why are you saying, and Zach has already stepped up too and said, Jenna's a friend of mine.
Yep.
We've known each other since I moved to LA. I brought her around as well. Doute had nothing to do with this. There's a lot of times that we can say, Doute probably had a hand in it.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is that.
Not one of them.
No. And Janet is the only person that can answer for all of this, and Janet's the problem, and Janet's not going. She's not going to talk about it. And Zach goes on to list the ways that Janet has attempted to ruin lives this season, between the Danny and the SA thing, between what else has she done? I forgot to write everything down. Like, there's just too much to point to of her meddling.
It even goes back to like last season too, all the shit that she did last season. Like she finally just has to cop to everything.
Right.
Like, hey, we've got a long laundry list of the things that you've tried to do on this show. Answer for them.
Respond.
Which is what we've wanted the whole time as an audience. Nobody likes Janet. I haven't seen one person online that likes Janet. So everybody really wants her to answer for it because that's how these shows work.
Yep.
You do stuff. You don't just get to float around in the shadows and act like you're better than everybody else. You do have to answer for it at some point. It's all going to come out right now. Now we're all doing it because Zach is drunk and activated.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, apparently.
He was off the rails.
Loose cannon, but it was so fucking funny.
He calls out Brittany for supporting Janet. He goes as far to say, you're under the same spell as her as you were with Jax. I was like, ooh,
That's kind of funny. It's pretty funny.
Well said, but that's got to sting a little bit. And then Doute and Janet are getting into it, and Michelle's like, can you at least apologize for calling her a whore and threatening to hit her? And she's like, that's all I said. That was me being nice.
Yeah.
Janet, this is the best point that Doute made. It's like, you and I were legitimately best friends. You know exactly how I tick and operate. You know that I say, I love how she words it, colorful things when I'm heated.
Yeah.
And everybody watching, did we think that Doute was going to punch Janet? No.
No.
Does Doute have evidence for calling Janet a whore? No. She was just saying things because she was upset. And I like that she put it back on Janet. Like, you know me. And she's like, if I called you a whore, I'm sorry, like a soft apology. And then you get Jason. And Jason jumps in and he goes, the fact that he doesn't see the difference in this.
Yeah.
If I called you a whore and threatened to punch you, it'd be totally different. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, very different. Incredibly different.
It's a wildly
should have said if Janet said that.
Correct.
It would be different, but it actually wouldn't. It would be the same.
Yes.
So you're wrong.
But you saying it is
very
wildly different.
Yeah.
So
Just love the Jason. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Jason, fuck
let the
off.
girls talk. You have nothing to do with this. Go away.
Well, I'm
Now he's all pissed off.
No, I'm leaving. Okay, fine.
Right.
I'm gonna go sit in the car, Janet. I'm gonna go warm it up for you.
oh boy, we're almost there. Doute brings last season up again because that seems to be the center of attention at the moment. And she says, well, if that was the case, why were you licking my ass all season or all last summer? And Janet gives the runaround about everything. Jason tells Jasmine to relax. Shut up, Jason.
Way to go, dude.
Jasmine, way to stay mellow.
Yeah.
That would have
Way
sent
to actually relax.
Yeah, that would have
Not
sent
in
me
like
over
a
the edge.
condescending way.
No, like, wait, you handled yourself well in not biting there, because I know personally I'd be like, you want me to relax? Well, guess what? And then Sheena jumps. I don't even know what Sheena said. She says something. It's
matter.
like, who cares?
Relevant.
And then Janet leaves, and Zach starts going in, and he's like,
This is
bye. Fuck you, whore, and like all these other things. And then Janet gets tough. She turns around, what'd you call me? And then Jason. Now he's going to get tough. Jason comes over like bowed up, like ready to go. Nothing comes of it, obviously. And I would also take Zach in that altercation over Jason.
Yeah.
Then Brock catches a stray, which was just kind of funny.
That was just funny.
That was just funny because
Brock was on just Zach's side, which was weird.
he's like, just, take a breath. He's like, bitch, I will hit you. I was like, hell yeah. He doesn't really deserve it in this moment.
Brock's like, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to calm everything down.
Dude.
It's like, I don't fucking care.
I know, and that's finally you get this moment that we've been seeing all season. Zach's crying and yelling at Brittany like that. He just wants her support. And Jasmine's there to clarify to Brittany because she's still so up Janet's butt that she can't recognize what everybody that has been close to her for longer has been trying to say. Jasmine's like, look, he feels, it's like she's explaining to a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
That you give Janet more grace than you give to him. Cut to confessional. Brittany, I've said it before, I'll say it again. She's been a great friend to me, so what am I supposed to do? She's a good friend to me.
She just chuckles at the end. It's like, you just don't get
You're
it.
just a bad friend, and like that's part of it. Like if there was somebody that we knew, for example, that treated you like shit and was rude to you and mean to you, I wouldn't be friends with them.
Yeah.
I would, because you're my boy.
Simple.
It's very simple. Like, even if I didn't hate them, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to fuck
Figure it
up
out.
our
Or
friendship.
at least, at the very least, say something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would bring it up to that person. Like, why are you such a dick to my boy?
And she's had so many different moments where she could have at least asked Janet, why are you doing that?
Yep.
Starting last year at the baby moon. What does Zach have to do with it?
Yeah, what's going on here?
And then Zach gets activated. Then you can talk to Zach and be like, all right, Zach, you can't say shit like that. Both things can be true. You're allowed to do both. You're allowed to do that with your friends. She just never does it. She always takes Janet's side.
Yep.
Very obvious.
And you get a quick like run through of, Jasmine's going to propose this off season, which is great, either in the Philippines or Australia. That's cool.
Assume she did.
I would imagine she did at this point.
She was doing it within a month.
Oh, yeah. So they must be at this point. So congrats to them. Hopefully.
So I was concerned because she said either in the Philippines or what was the other one? New Zealand? Australia. She said maybe within a month. You haven't got your tickets?
Oh, yeah.
New Zealand?
Tickets.
Like what the hell? Philippines?
Expensive. That's going to be pricey.
Yeah. Come on.
Oof, let me tell you. Did I ever tell you I played baseball in Australia?
Yeah, you did.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's get to some questions.
All right. First one up here from Beth Loves Beer 18. Love that username.
Hell yeah.
What percentage of the audience do you think believes and sides with Janet?
2.
0.5%. I don't think that anybody does, honestly.
I think just by numbies, 2%.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of people watching this show.
From Janice Frillman, are you happy? Only 3 more Jax episodes. It's 3 too many.
Yep. I'll be happy when it's over. I'm actually, there's a part of me that's glad that he's at the reunion because I want him to just be held to the fire.
Yeah. From Sal Bryant, did you notice that Jason's not wearing his wedding ring on the Jax's boys catch up?
No.
He doesn't have to anymore.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it tattooed.
To remind him of Doute every day.
From DM Jazzwall, what are your thoughts on Nia being concerned with things being on camera? Little controlling, question mark?
I don't think it's controlling.
I think it's optics.
I think it's optics.
It's tough on a show like this. We can admit that.
Agreed.
But I don't think it's controlling.
I don't get controlling. I get more, like you said, she's trying to control their image. And I also think that's problematic because if you're going to sign up for the show, unfortunately, you got to bear it all. And like we saw that last season as well towards the finale. Like when they went and talked after the Big Bear trip, there was a few moments where it's like, whoa, like we're not doing this now. And like, I respect that that's how they operate in real life, but on a reality TV show, those are the things that you're signing up for. So I don't think controlling, but I do still think it's problematic.
From Craigster BTN, was Jax going after Danny Jeremiah at work again? Very well.
I mean,
I think Jax is doing it regardless.
I think that, they were on the rooftop of that condo, Jeremiah, Alex Baskin, and Jax probably enjoying some AC together and probably cooked up some fun storylines for the season. That's what I think.
That's a possibility. Well, this is a really good point, actually. And this was the word that was being thrown around from Rosie M. Carlino. In what world were Danny and Nia protected this season? Who protected them? Like, nobody, Doute did, but like, we didn't see
protection. She's standing up for it.
Yeah, and it's not. Exactly. It's not even protection. From Jenna Soph, can you rank the men in order of how evil they are?
Like one being the most evil.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I would go Danny.
What?
I go Zach.
Wait, most
going down.
One. Are you going?
Yeah.
From least evil.
Least evil to most. I would say Zach and Danny are probably neck and neck. No,
Luke.
There. Oh, yeah, Luke. Luke is definitely the least. Zach and Danny, I would lump together. Mm-hmm. Then I would go Jesse, Jason, Jax.
Is that all the guys? Yeah.
I think so.
That's all the guys. What about Brock? He's on the show.
Irrelevant. He's an asterisk next to it. That doesn't matter.
Did you see Watch What Happens Live? Zach was wearing a shirt that said "Whose show?"
Yeah,
question mark.
Great.
That was incredible.
That was dope.
All right, we'll do one more if I can find something in here. Oh, this is wild. I don't know if this counts. From Everett's 3594, am I the only one who doesn't feel sorry for Brittany? Depends.
So that's a loaded question. And I talked about this early on. I thought that it was kind of bullshit that she was catching so much shit for simply having been married to Jax. I don't think that's cool. I don't have sympathy as far as she's a terrible friend, but as far as what that man's put her through, if you don't have sympathy, I don't really understand how your brain ticks, but that's just me.
And last one here from Health Goddard. Are you ready for single Michelle? I think that she may have secured herself a spot on next season.
I'm ready for single Michelle and single Jesse.
Yep.
I think it's going to be an interesting. That's what I'm most curious about, where they stand out.
Yeah.
I'm curious about if Janet and Jason come back, and if so, in what capacity. And I'm curious about where Jesse and Michelle are going to be when we pick up the cameras. Will Jesse keep his house?
Agreed.
Tune in next season.
As a man, does he need that big of a house?
3-bedroom for a man? Come on.
What do you need that?
Oh, ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, solid season, up and down, left, right, roller coaster for sure. But we have, I think it's a bright future for it. So I'm curious about next season and the reunion.
And before we go, just a quick reminder about Magic Mind. You guys should check it out. I'm not kidding. It's the best thing that you guys can do for your morning routine. Get 50% off the Magic Mind offer here. magicmind.com/broses50. That's magicmind.com/broses50. Or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Go get yourself some Magic Mind today.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope, all good here.
Well, that's our show. Bros gotta go.